Hi guys, in today's video we are going to take a look at getByDisplayValue from testing React library or React testing library. So what is the getByDisplayValue? So basically what it does is simply to look for form elements with a particular value, right? So let's see how it goes. So let's have another test. So let's say should have sorry have a value. So we have a value and we have to bring in backward the render function. But as you can see, we've been repeating this render function throughout all our tests, right? And it's kind of redundant to be copying and pasting this particular set of code. So what we are going to do is we are going to use one of just hooks to to make this redundancy go away, right? So this hook is, so there are a few hooks, but we are going to use this one called before each, right? So before each, what it does is simply to run whatever code is in here before the test itself runs. So in this case, we simply just want to render the app. So we render the app. So you can get rid of all the other renders because it's not necessary. Same for these ones and same for this as well. So simply whenever we write our test, we can just simply go on ahead and then do the assertion and whatnot, because Jest will just automatically run this code before the test itself runs. So we have our test. So let's look for, so obviously we need a screen, then get by display value. Looks like VS Code is giving us too many stuff to look at. All right, so get by display value. And what do we want to look for? What value are we searching for in the document? So let's say a value of rec to be in the document. So let's run that test, and it fails. So the test fails spectacularly because there is no value in the document or in the component that has the value of rec. So there is no element with the value of rec, and values are only assigned to form elements. For an example, input, text areas, buttons, well, the form buttons, those kind of things. No, buttons is not part, right? Buttons and part. So let's have a form element, and let's say its value is rec. And what I've written here is emit, a simple way of writing HTML without having to write all the tags and all that. So emit, it already ships with VS Code, so simple stuff like this, and to create the entire HTML for you. It also works with JSX, as in this case right here. So this is it, and let's save that and run the test again. Okay, it fails. Actually, it didn't fail, it passed, but we are having errors, warnings actually, saying that we provided the value to an input field, but we didn't provide the onChange function. So this is a way for React to know that the component, the input element, is controlled. If we do not provide the value, then it's an uncontrolled element or component. So but that's it. So we ignoring the warning, our test actually passes. So all our tests passes. But if you want to get rid of this warning, you can just simply have the onChange function, and simply it doesn't do anything. is simply an empty word function. So as you can see, the test word passes and the warnings are all gone. But maybe in your case you are not trying to have the input element to be controlled. It's an uncontrolled word element. So in that case, you can get rid of the unchanged and then change the value to default word value. So basically what default value is, what the value that will be in that input when the page loads, right? When there's no change in the inputs, when the user hasn't typed in anything or anything, this is the value that will be there. And default value also works with the display value. Yeah. So running our test and it passes. So they have various use cases for something like this. So let's say, for example, you are building some kind of table in which the user can edit the various cells in it, just like what a spreadsheet. You can have various input elements in there where they can have some default values all over the place, or value in there. And then when you're writing your test, you can use the getByDisplayValue to check that this value does exist in the document, so it's definitely showing in the spreadsheet. So stuff like this. So it's quite useful using it to write your test, right? So that's it for this video. In the next video, we're going to take a look at get by placeholder text. That's all, guys. Thank you.